Alright, y'all. How we doing? I'm hunting... Oh, I'm about to be getting hunted. I'm hunting sheep because I need to make a bed at the job site. And the job site's gonna be what is eventually gonna be our baby mob area. Enclosure? Retreat? Reserve? I don't know. But something. My horse is surrounded. Okay. There's lots of creepers up here. I mean, I guess it's a nice big flat area, so. I'll take the gunpowder. But yeah, as I said, I'm hunting sheep. Gotta find, or I could just like, in reality, I could just run back to my bed. But what we're doing today is we're building a gigantic bridge from this plateau to the plateau that has the wooded badlands and our home base. Because honestly, it's just kind of a pain going down this big hill and then across the water and then back up that big hill. So we're just gonna build a nice big flat bridge. So that's the goal. And I think we are just gonna go grab our bed from home, because why not? It's getting dangerous here. Can't believe I forgot. The last time I streamed Minecraft, I was out here building bridges for my horse because I forgot that in a recent update they made them swim, or they made horses able to swim. This, he jumps so high and he runs so fast. Oop, yeah, he jumps so high that he actually hurts himself if you if you do it too high. Ooh. Man, there's a lot of evil out today. Look at all of it. Alright. Let me just get in my bed, dear God. Alright. I think I have wool. Not enough, but, if we come across a sheep, then we will have enough. Where'd a horse go? Okay. But yeah, we're gonna be connecting this area, because once I'm sure there are no monsters, I can pull up my map. Oh no, he would have been so good to change. I'm sorry. And now I'm on fire. But we're going to be connecting this area that we're standing on to that area with a big old bridge. So I collected a bunch of supplies. Well, not a bunch. I collected like 4 stacks of cobblestone and 4 stacks of wood. And then I have those, I forget how many stacks of yellow terracotta that I don't want to use. But I mean, we'll use for this bridge because why not? Trying to not have to jump all the time. Okay. It looks nice up here. I think this will be like a nice area for the, baby mob farm area. But yeah, this is where it's going to start, right here. And then I have a chest of my supplies. Do I still have my lead? Good. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to do one, like, go across with just, like, the gross yellow terracotta just to see how far we have to go. Good evening to you too, good sir. How are you? We are building a bridge. It's gonna be a bit of an undertaking, but that's okay. It'll go back and forth across this little valley. I have to pay attention to how many blocks it takes for me to get across, because then I can like roughly guesstimate how much it's gonna take to complete the bridge. This might be a multi-stream thing, because I don't know how long it's gonna take. It was kind of an ambitious idea, but then again, it doesn't look like it's taken too long. Like, we're already, I don't want to say halfway, but definitely there have been bigger bridges built. And obviously, like, we're going to go across with this, and then we're going to go wider. We're going to build supports so that it looks good. And then once it's, you know, safe to walk across, we'll start really decorating it with, like, lampposts and probably some, if I can find clay, we'll do some of those decorated pots. This is called, just, you know, for everyone's FYI, this world I did call Bridgetown just because I didn't know what to call it, and I've been going back and forth on whether or not I want to watch Bridgerton, and it sounded kind of close, and so I called it Bridgetown. And so this bridge that we're building will eventually, I think, have a sort of London Bridge going on type of deal. Because way back in the day, like I think in medieval times, or, you know, old times, London Bridge was covered with houses and buildings and stuff like that. And that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. I want it to be like a town that is mostly on the bridge, connecting our home, like starter base and the baby mob farm, and then probably other builds. It'll be all connected by bridges. Alright, so I didn't necessarily pay attention. I think that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks to get across. We'll try to pay attention this time. So that was 60. Let me just grab a notebook and a pen. Okay, so that was 61. That was 61 that we just used. I'm gonna have to light this thing up immediately because I already can see a creeper spawning on it and blowing me and it up. 61, 64. This will be another 64. And then I'm out. Okay, so I need to go get more, but if I can find out how many it'll be total per one. We're not that far off right now. I'll just have to use some of this. We're going to be going over top of it again, so we don't have to worry about if it's ugly right now. Okay. 54, 46. 5, 9, 7. So I think if my math is correct, it's like 235 blocks across. From here, like right here, across 235 blocks. So if we can get, I'd say, like a 6, 12, 18. If we can get a 5 wide walking path, I'd be cool with that. And then we will just cover it up with something. It doesn't even have to be a fancy block. I just want it to be the same block so that it looks nice. So we'll have to figure out what block we want to cover it with and do that. But now we'll know it's, 235 blocks per individual row, and we'll need that many blocks to cover it with. Makes me so nervous walking backwards like this, but it's just too slow when you crouch. And I gotta remember that I gotta light this thing up because it's gonna become just like a monster spawner, pretty much. The reason I want it to be 5 across is because if we do our plan of making it like a medieval London bridge where there are houses on either side and buildings on either side, I want enough space for there to be stairs going up into them. And then also, like, a proper road, you know what I mean? So... That's a pretty horse down there. I should build a horse stable somewhere as well. Start breeding horses for speed and different things. And then we can do mules, and then if you start breeding mules for specific stats, then you're getting into a whole different can of worms. Because I think the whole thing with donkeys is they have more... I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I shouldn't even try. But there is a difference between donkeys and horses in like what you can get out of them in this game, and there's a benefit to mixing them as a mule. So, is that a sheep? I need you for a bed. Sorry. Do I not have any? Oh yeah, you know what? I did go ahead and use all my wood, so of course I don't have any. Let's just steal some from the bridge. Craft a bed quick, because I don't want to have to deal with nighttime right now. I would much rather just... Do I need 4? Oh my god. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. See, this is exactly why. Quickly, give me a bed. Why can't I have a bed? We might have to... Oh, it's just one skeleton. Okay, let me just... Wait, oh no. Now it's 2. I might have to flee on my horse. Oh man, it's like... What do they call it? What was that? Oh god! Man, it's not safe out here right now. Love the spear for its reach, but it sucks damage-wise. Get away from my horse. I want to flee. Also, hold on. Put on my chest plate. My helmet. Ow, bastard. Also, do I have a regular sword? Because I might do better with that anyway. Yes, I do. Okay. There we go. You too. Dude, that's what I wish I could have done to YouTube when they just put their music on my phone back in the day. Y'all remember that? Did he just drop an iron bar? Sweet. Remember when YouTube just put their music on your phone with no permission? That was crazy. Can't I make... Oh, I'm a dumbass. That's why, sorry. But I wasn't in the right slot, and that's why I couldn't have a bed. Okay. That's embarrassing. Let's get in a little hole, and... This is our room now. Alright, we need 235 per pass. So we're gonna need quite a bit of resources. I think the best way to do this is gonna be chopping wood, because you can get an obscene amount of wood planks from chopping up wood. So we're gonna use up our cobblestone. We're gonna use up our cobblestone and then see what's left. I'm gonna wait for a different day to probably do the supports and the finer details. For now, I just really want to get... And actually, I take that back. We might finish that tonight. It depends on how it goes. You bastard! Oh, I'm so glad I made that jump. Hoo. Oh my god. That was crazy. That was crazy. I'm so glad I made that. I would have died. Clutch? Yeah. I don't know if it was like a skill type of clutch as much of a I just got lucky, but thank you. Well, that'd do it. Oh no. Well, my first death, everyone. Oh my god. That's embarrassing. And it was just falling from a high spot too. That's what I get for building a bridge. I mean, I could have kind of seen that coming if we're being real. Oh no, yeah, it's okay. It was gonna happen at some point. And I got 11 experience points back, so I got half my experience back, so that's cool. And luckily we had just slept, so it's not like we're losing anything. We really just lost experience, and that's okay. Ooh, I just got a really good idea. You know what we should do is, for the top layer of this, we're gonna need a lot of shovels. But for the top layer of this, we should collect a ton of dirt and then do like the dirt paths, because I think that would look so cool. And then do plants on the side and stuff like that. Man, creepers. Bane of my existence. Is it showing up on the map yet? No? Does it have to be like one bigger, or am I gonna have to make a new map? Or maybe it'll show up on the map once I have one solid block covering it all. Yeah, I think that is probably what it is. Because right now it's literally just a menagerie of different blocks that I had on hand. I can't believe that's how I died the first time, just falling. After I relatively saved myself from a creeper blast. Minecraft giveth and Minecraft taketh away. Goodness, I keep like just ever so slightly missing the box. Okay. Well, this will definitely be easier than running and swimming across the valley, you know, having a bridge. We're gonna have to see about, um, I don't know, I guess we'll just have to make a ton of shovels at this point and go about it that way. Right now, I'm gonna start by grabbing wood because we can use wood to finish the actual, like, structure of it. And then we can use dirt over top. Gotta be careful, there's like a meteor, a meteor-sized hole here. Perfect. And I know I built the potion hut already on the, like, one plateau that is the Badlands, but I think we could build certain, like, I could build an enchanting spot off of the bridge, we could build villager houses off of the bridge, and we can do different themes for villager houses. The world is really our oyster. Also, excuse me for clearing my throat so much. Kind of think I'm getting sick. I don't really know, though, and I don't want to jinx it. Okay. That should give us... oh, exactly one stack. I don't know if that's going to be enough. Oh, we're not even that far. We're just going to throw everything we have in. It's going to look so bad. But again, we're going to be putting a top layer on, so it's not Ignore what you're seeing right now. This is just the bones. Sorry, pig. I'm gonna need food, so. Let's make a bundle just to keep our inventory clean. Got a lot of bones. Okay, you know what? I might just take some of this stone that's right here. Or the netherrack, because the netherrack is easy to mine. How about that? Even with a stone pickaxe, that's crazy. Oh, and you know what's great about this? We can use the magma for a bubble elevator. We can use the magma for a bubble elevator at some point. Oh, and I can use this gold. Once I get another iron pickaxe, I can pick up that gold and make it into nuggets for more gold dandelions for more baby animals. It's all coming together. Man, this just looks so bad. I can't wait to put a top layer on it. We're finally at 5 wide, which is what I wanted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because then we'll have 3 in the center for like a main road, and then the buildings can come off of the side. Yeah. Alright, now we're gonna need a bunch, and I mean a bunch of shovels. Which means we're gonna need a bunch of stone. And actually I have 1 iron shovel, so that's pretty cool. We can start out with that. And actually, I killed a zombie earlier, which got me a thing of iron. Yeah. So, if I just get some sticks. This one is just for filming, but I actually was just thinking this morning. Also, hello. I also just was thinking this morning about doing a realm at some point. So, definitely stay tuned because there might be like a 5 or 10 I think it's either 2 or 10 actually. So probably like a 10-person realm at some point in the future. But right now we are building a gigantic bridge to connect between our main base, which is on like a Badlands plateau, and this area where we're going to keep all the different new things we can get from the new update. Can I make a bed yet, or am I still out of luck on that? Because I don't want to have to run all the way back over to... I don't have any... Oh, wait, no, I did make a bed. Duh, it's in here. Hopefully the skeleton doesn't notice me. Yes, this is the same world we were in yesterday. We are, let me grab the map, if I can. We are across, so like right where I'm pointing is across from where we were yesterday. Also, I don't know how easy it will be to pull that up right now. Like my... If you'd like, there's my username. And you can always play it back in the VOD afterward. I don't know how many people I would just accept, just because. But That is my Xbox username. I also need food. My god. I might just have to eat some raw mutton. Okay. What would be the best way to go about this? I think I'm gonna need... I need to level this for what I want to do here anyway, so might as well start there. And then once this iron pickaxe dies, we will figure out more pickaxes. Or shovels, rather. And then it was 235, I think, blocks, like, per one row. So whatever that times 5 is what I'm gonna need for... Let me think. 1,159 or something, or 65? I don't know. A lot of dirt. For this world, we're gonna do all the normal Minecraft stuff, so definitely the end dragon, definitely. I've never actually, because I've been playing Minecraft since in high school, but I've never beat the warden, even the few times I've tried with multiple people. So I really want to figure that out. I've heard from multiple people that it's more about stealth than anything else. Like it's much more of a strategic fight than trying to fight it head on, because trying to fight it head on, it's just not really feasible. But I want to do all the typical Minecraft stuff, and then on top of that, I want to collect all of the baby mobs. I want to collect all of the like exotic things like the axolotls and the happy ghast, all that. It's definitely going to be a lot of building as well. A lot of stuff like this. The giant bridges and stuff like that. Cool, I just got you. But, yeah, it's going to be a lot of building, a lot of collecting, and then eventually, once I have kind of all my main goals done, I want to do the... like, I want to get every achievement. I tried that a while back, and I actually kind of got... I got a little peeved because I did every single armor trim like you're supposed to for that achievement, and it never worked. And then I guess it was bugged. I think that's the thing, is that it was the, what is it, smithing with style achievement was bugged, and so I couldn't get it even if I did everything right, and so I spent so much time for nothing, and after that I kind of stopped achievement hunting, but we're gonna go back into that at some point. Is that my camel? Oh my god, sweet. I couldn't find him yesterday, and I thought he kind of just decided to leave, but here we are. I definitely need to make an enclosure for him with a bunch of cactuses and whatnot, cacti. I have not, and the thing is, I have name tags. What I need is an anvil. I need to go hunting for iron. And I honestly might end up doing that off stream, off camera, everything, just because it's not really... I don't know, it's not really entertaining, I feel like, to do on a stream for people to watch. And then on top of that, I me personally, when I mine for materials, I usually like to put on like a YouTube video or like a show on Netflix or Peacock or something and just zone out and get a ton all at once. And so that's probably what I'll do maybe even later tonight after this stream, like just pop something on YouTube and mine the hell out of the the earth below me. But all right, I need shovels. I need all the shovels. And that means I'm probably gonna have to mine up some. I can make one more iron one right now, so we'll do that for sure. I'm not gonna even mess around with making wooden ones because that's not like a thing. I don't know about tonight. Tonight I'm probably gonna be pretty tired. I just filmed, before this I was just filming the Daggerfall that I put out this morning or this afternoon. So I will probably be pretty burnt after this stream. But like I said earlier, I'm looking into doing 10-person realm that I pay for. So I'm looking into maybe clearing that out and seeing if there are people who follow me or people who I follow who want to do a 10-person realm, because I think that would be fun. You know, that's one of the things I enjoy the most watching on YouTube is the like realms in Minecraft that, or the servers in Minecraft that have a bunch of people in them. So definitely, like I said earlier, keep an eye out for a post about that, because that's something I'm thinking of doing going forward. All right. I forget it's only one per shovel, so I don't need to go crazy. But yeah, while I don't have an anvil yet, if you come up with any good names, the cow I already have a poll out for. It's either going to be Buk, Ushi, or Baka, which is just cow in a couple different languages, but that's one of the forever baby cows because I gave it a golden dandelion. Ooh, okay. I wonder if my camel is still here, if he just like disappeared again. Nope, there he is. Just hanging out. I think the cool thing is you don't get like hit by monsters when you're on the camel. I think you're too high to get hit by monsters. I'm on board now. Well, actually, I was just talking yesterday on the live stream. Actually, was it yesterday? No, yesterday was Elden Ring. 2 days ago, when I was live streaming Minecraft, I was just talking about how I want to build a Nether Portal that's a giant sword. I'll have to try to find the tutorial. If you're willing to wait until after the stream, I'll try to find the tutorial. YouTube gives you the option to edit the stream before you like dismiss it. So I'll try to find the link to the tutorial I use on YouTube, but there's a really, really wicked cool Nether portal that is a sword sticking into the ground. Like it's, I think, I don't know if it's amethyst or what else it is, but it's really, really cool, and it's definitely a challenge. So I'll try to find that when the stream is over and pop that in the description. But another good thing to do, if I don't know if you're into villagers or grabbing villagers, I personally am not. I usually make other people do it for me because I'm lazy. But if you're a person who like gathers villagers for like books of mending or trades or whatever, building villager houses is also really cool. So like picking a theme and building a bunch of different villager houses, or doing different themes based on their build, like their trade rather. That's always fun. Alright, so I think, like I said, I think I need like 1,000. Oh yeah, kind of like a kingdom. Like if you get enough villagers and you have them all walled in, then absolutely. I've tried doing that before. I wanted to do that in the hardcore world that I have, but it was just too much. I think just existing in a hard coral world is too much sometimes. But yeah, basically, yeah, a castle with a village inside. That's like one of my favorite series that I actually rewatch a lot is Kingdom Craft. It was one of those series, there was a couple years, probably like 4 or 5 years in a row, where I feel like it was a really huge hotspot for Minecraft content creation on YouTube. And there was a lot of fairly big name content creators who were making regular installments of multiple different series, and one of them was Kingdom Craft. And I think it was like a factions mod type of deal. But it was really interesting because they each got like land to claim in the beginning, and then you had to complete different tasks and all this other stuff in order to claim more land. And then your power was kind of directly based off of how much land you had. And yeah, we absolutely are in hardcore in real life. It is weird to think about it that way, for sure. For sure. But yeah, that's life. I shouldn't be... Are we gonna go all the way down to here? I'm probably gonna need to be honest. I'm probably gonna need that much dirt. So we'll just go ahead and do that. We'll just cap this mountain. But I will say the main priority is collecting the dirt, so if I can get enough dirt to just complete the top of the bridge right now, and then come back later and level this out, then absolutely. Oh, I don't have an axe on me. That sucks. I feel like in real life it would be so satisfying to run across this. If it was safe, you know, if there was handrails and I trusted the bridge, then it would be so fun to just run across an open bridge like this. While it was, well, I mean, early on it was the acacia because it was the coolest looking one. And then when, I can't remember if mangrove trees came out first or if the dark oak forests came out first, but dark oak wood was like my go-to for a very long time. Just because in real life, I typically like the dark, like the black clothing or like dark colors and stuff like that, like muted stuff. So the dark oak wood was what I built with for a very long time. But then when mangrove came out, it was like that nice dark red purple color. So I don't know. I go back and forth between dark oak and mangrove. The only ones I really don't like are the birch wood and the bamboo, which I'm kind of building with bamboo right now for the pandas, which actually as soon as we're done putting the dirt down on the bridge, we should go check on the pandas. to see if there's enough bamboo growing around them for them to have babies now. This will be nice. I have to put supports under it because I'm a big, like, I don't like when things don't look realistic in Minecraft, even though I know it's a game. Like, obviously it's a game. But I wanted to have, you know, supports underneath and all that stuff, so we're gonna have to do that at some point too. I've been feeding him bamboo, and then like a good friend of mine on YouTube and I were chatting about it a couple streams ago, or I don't know if it was last stream or the very, very first stream, but she was telling me that they need to have a specific amount of bamboo growing around them when you feed them. And I thought at first that I had that, like I had enough for that to happen, but at the very end of last stream I put a bunch more bamboo in the middle of their enclosure, and so they basically just have like a path around the middle and inside like 2 barriers of bamboo, so I'm hoping that's like thick enough for them to feel quote unquote at home. Either way, we have time to do it because I also don't even have like a golden dandelion to give a baby panda right now. So I think it's probably best if I get the golden dandelions first. And actually it would probably be smarter to build the enclosures for the baby animals first and then get all the baby animals. The only one I have right now is a baby cow, and I think it'd be fairly easy to make a baby cow enclosure. You could just slap some hay bales in there and call it a day. I'm doing it with dirt because I want to do this over top because I think that'll look really nice. And then I'm going to do kind of buildings coming off of it on either side. And I want to have trees and whatnot. I want it to almost look like a natural bridge that has buildings on it. And I think this is where I'm going to end up putting my villagers once I get villagers. Like I said, I've never done the villagers too much myself. Every time I've been in a server with other people or in a realm with other people, they've always done the villagers for me, and then I'll just trade them something for the villagers, essentially. But yeah, we're gonna, and we have the shovels to spare, so I might as well do some of this while I can. It takes a lot out of the shovel, that's the thing. It deteriorates the shovel so much faster than just using it. But I think the other thing is it ever so slightly lights up the path, too. Zelda, like Breath of the Wild, or by the way, I did play Breath of the Wild. I really, really loved it. I can't remember if that was like straight up during COVID or if that was just right after, but for whatever reason, I did not have anything going on at the time. And I remember just fully diving into Breath of the Wild. I would love to play it again, but I have too many different things going on at the moment. That is definitely something I want to do, though. And I've never played the... I forget what they call it. Tears of the Kingdom? I never played that. So it'd be cool to go through... I should just get more dirt. Hold on. It'd be cool to go through Breath of the Wild again, and then on top of that, play the Tears of the Kingdom. I also like the old school Zelda because I am in my 30s, so I remember like the older Zelda, and that is a really, really fun time. One of my favorites is the, I can't remember its name right now, but it's the one where you go to the island. Is it the, Ocarina of Time? I don't know. It's the one where you go to the island and then it's all a dream and you wake up the windfish. That was one of my favorites to play. Yeah, I think Zelda, obviously Minecraft, I really love, but I really like The Legend of Zelda. I really, really like Pokemon. I really like the Dark Souls series. It's kind of all over the place, honestly. I think there's only a couple Zelda games I didn't play. One of them is the one where he turns into a wolf. That one I didn't play, and then I don't think I played, can't remember what it's called, but it's the one with the freaky ass moon, for lack of a better word. Nice. What are you building out, like digging out for something, or are you just clearing space? Terraforming. Nice. Oh, also, that reminds me. Animal Crossing. That is a huge one for me too. That one definitely, I think, came out during or right after COVID, and so I was home all day playing Animal Crossing for sure. Some people get weird with it though. Some people get like mean to their villagers and stuff like that. I was just kind of vibing, uh, you know, building little restaurants. The funny thing is, before they came out with food and stuff like that, I had already kind of built a restaurant on my island because I was like, how cute would that be? So by the time they came out with food, I was able to just make the recipes and put them on the table. But yeah, Animal Crossing was real fun. I just saw recently that there's something different going on with it. Like, I think you might get like more villagers visiting your island or something now. I honestly haven't touched it or what my villager is up to. You know how when you're gone for a couple of months and you find roaches and your hair's all jacked up? My character's probably like bedridden because it's been that long. The villagers aren't even mad at me. They don't even remember who I am anymore. But yeah, this was also a really good way to get rid of... You see this ugly yellow terracotta underneath? Had to get rid of a ton of that. And so I'm really glad that I was able to. We'll just grab the dirt from over here. Once I get more iron and all that, I'm definitely going to have to get some minecarts going back and forth across this thing to connect our main base to the baby farm. It's not a farm. I hate saying that because in Minecraft, farm usually is insanely unethical. Like a baby reserve for the baby mobs. I've been playing Minecraft since it came out in 2009 because I was in high school at that point. And I was definitely outdoorsy, but also I played a lot of video games. So Minecraft was definitely a fave of mine in high school, and then in college, and then even now. So I guess it's been 16 years since Minecraft came out, which is crazy to say. That made me feel dated. A roller coaster would be really fun. I've done that before, and it was way back in the day, and I guarantee you it probably looked awful. But I would love to do one that is like an actual, it would probably be like a multi-stream process, but doing one that would like a tour of everything we've built at the end of all this. And then again, I mean, I say the end of all this, but this is technically like a quote-unquote forever world, as they say. So this will be something that I am going to be playing in and streaming in for as long as I do YouTube. Right now, this map is only 3 out of 4, and I'm keeping it that way because I want, like, what I always do is I expand way too much, and then when new updates come out, I have to go so far to find the new stuff because it only comes out in like the newly generated blocks. So I'm trying to keep it pretty small and just really build up this area of the map. And then the next time a big drop comes out, I'll be able to explore and, you know, see new things without having to go 10,000, 20,000 blocks. Alright, this should be able to fill, maybe? No, damn. I was gonna say this should be able to fill this little spot. And then we'll grab the last 235 I think I need for one pass from the other side. I'll do some of this too on the way. You know, another fun game, it was not like sandbox as much as Minecraft or I guess Animal Crossing, etc. But Bug Snacks is another game I like thoroughly enjoyed. There was a certain amount of world building. I mean, you got to build your little house and get decorations for it. But I just loved all the different like food puns and like bug puns. I'm a sucker for a good pun or a good wordplay. I got distracted. Was supposed to get more dirt. Should probably focus on that. I also should probably hunt some sheep for some food. Sorry y'all, but gotta happen. And I'm gonna have to do it with a pickaxe, I'm so sorry. This is the descent all over again. There's like a certain angle where if you are shoveling from far enough away, you can go a little bit quicker. But you gotta be like right in the perfect sweet spot. And also, I feel like dirt blocks shovel faster than grass, but that could just be me being crazy. I don't know. I think let's start going this way. Let's start clearing out one, like half. Favorite content creator? Oh my goodness. I genuinely, I know it's like a commonly said answer, but I genuinely don't know if I'd be able to pick a favorite. However, I can tell you like some of my favorites. For the Elden Ring Dark Souls type content, I love the backlogs, aka Lemon. He's just a really good example of the good type of Dark Souls player because I feel like there's a lot of people in the Dark Souls community, and amongst those many people, there can be some people who are a little harsh and a little toxic. And he's one of those people that's very much so like, oh, you don't know the game? Let's teach you. We're not going to shame you. We're going to teach you. So love the backlogs, aka Lemon. I like Lauren's side. Very entertaining, very fun. Lots of the times if I'm like cleaning, I'll just put her stuff on in the background. I also really like Mini Minuteman. He does a lot of good like debunking or conspiracy theory talk and stuff like that. I think I used to really watch a lot of Outside Xbox and Outside Extra, and they're over in the UK. And I think Outside Extra is a little different. I actually haven't watched in a while, so don't quote me, but I think Luke has moved on to a different direction, and I don't know if Ellen still does it, but they're always really fun. But there's so many different people that I enjoy watching on YouTube. I also really enjoy Dorkly. They're the people that did Pokemon Rusty, that parody, and that was really funny. But YouTube definitely has a large amount of very talented people making content on it. What color should I make my church? What biome are you in? That would be what I would base it off personally. Plains. So just kind of like regular old plains. I would say, how far along are you? Do you have access to the Nether and stuff like that? Because what would look cool in the plains, I think, is if you were to do either like quartz or I think easier to get than quartz would be like white terracotta, which you can get in the Badlands or the Painted Desert. But doing like a classic white church if you're in the plains, I think would look pretty cool. Just because even though it seems basic, I think it would go with the plains because the plains is very straightforward, and I think like a straightforward white cathedral looking thing would be cool. That's one thing I always do too. When I build a village, I always build a church. I know the the Minecraft villagers probably, I don't know if they have a religion or not, but if I want to provide the option. And I think this is gonna be it. I think we're gonna make it. Woo! We have, thank God. Celebratory armor takeoff, even though it's a risk, but I've already died at this point, so. Yeah. Let me run back to my bed on this side. We'll sleep. I'm gonna have to make more shovels, and then I want to get this like pathwayed out so that it's not just bare dirt. I'm very pleasantly pleased. Pleasantly pleased. That didn't really make sense. I'm pleased with how far we've gotten with this bridge so far in just an hour. So I'm thrilled to see what we'll be able to do in a couple more. So I definitely need to. Oh, that's dangerous. Definitely need food. Definitely need food. I need to start a farm. But I need to not die right now is the big thing. Which means I'm probably going to have to get on my horse. Or my camel, because my horse is tied up and I don't have time. Alright, don't kill me. Oh, you bastard. I said don't kill me. Have we thought of a name for the camel? I haven't really thought of one yet, but I'm kind of taking suggestions at this point. See, I don't think he can... Yeah, he can't hit me on the camel. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that was a little dicey. I feel bad for leaving my horse there, but they're not going to bother him. They're not going to bother him. I need to focus. We need to get back inside. Should get a spear. I have one somewhere because I really like the spears. Oh no, he shot my camel. How dare you? Oh no, no, that would be bad to get stuck right now. And yeah, I have a spear somewhere. I just gotta figure out where I left it. And if not, we'll just craft another one. But for now, let's get inside and sleep. And then in the morning, I'll feed him some cactus. I also have to be AFK just for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay. I had to feed my fire because it's still fairly chilly. Yeah, sorry, I had to go AFK. I had to feed my pellet stove. We are gonna roll back. Actually, no, I need to find some food. Dang. I'll just have to cook this fish. I was saving this fish for finding a cat at some point, but I think we have bigger priorities right now. Sweet. Or rather, savory. Okay. Take this. Do I have any more? This is what we're gonna do. Oh, duh. I should have just looked at my hotbar. I have stone right there. We can make some shovels. Because that's what we need. Just got an insane pickaxe. What'd you get? Was it, I'm assuming enchanted pretty cool. Fortune 2, efficiency 3, unbreaking 3. Heck yeah, that's awesome. You also have a mending villager. That's the real key right there. Bridge looking great. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a labor of love, for sure. But yeah, that's an awesome pickaxe. That is an awesome pickaxe. Especially the fortune. The fortune is such a huge thing to have. I know that it's part of the game, and it's a large part of the game, but having to mine consistently for resources is kind of a pain. I mean, it's also it's a little different if you do it with people. Like if you're playing with someone and you're mining with someone, then it's a little different. But I wonder if this has showed up on the map yet, or if I'm actually going to have to make a new map. I really hope I'm not going to have to make a new map because it took me a whole, like, 45 minutes to an hour to fill that one out. Sort of? There's almost a there's a shadow, it almost looks like, on the map. No worries. Yeah, have a good night, man. Thank you for joining in and chatting. And like I said, definitely be looking, I don't know how soon it'll be, so no promises, but definitely be looking for the chat of a realm, potentially. And also I'm going to be having a Discord in my like channel description, so definitely be looking for that in the next couple days to join up if you want. Have a good night. Oh, so close. Okay. And like halfway across the bridge too. We're gonna have to make a crafting table here. Well, that's meant to be. This will be the crafting center right here. I have to build support pillars before anything else, so. But just so that we know, there will be a building here. And now I gotta space out where I'm gonna put the pillars. Do I have more cobblestone? Okay. Gonna have to collect more stuff. Cool. So, Let's use this as a spacer for now. I'm gonna replace these in a bit, so don't worry. And then there'll be a building, 1, 2. This is a little longer than I remember. And I need resources, okay. And I gotta light this thing up. I gotta go get torches. As soon as I sleep. Oh, not a baby. Oh my gosh. Be gone. Alright, I need, I guess just anything, really. Is that an iron shovel? Hey, I could use that. And you didn't drop it. Okay, I really just need enough to mark out where I'm gonna put the, like, supports. Okay. Perfect. Okay. I like that. Okay. Let's see if I can get like a decent aerial view from somewhere. Sweet. And it'll look better in time. Yeah, that looks good. And we could do buildings off the side. We might even do another bridge going like perpendicular to it or whatever you say. Perfect. I should have shaved. Should have saved a shovel for this. Okay. Now I'm gonna do stone over top of and underneath all of that. All of this. But honestly, we might save that. I think we've gotten a good amount of stuff done. I know I normally try to shoot for like 2 or 3 hours for a stream, but just kind of burnt out this evening. Been doing a lot and getting back to work, so I think we are gonna call it there for the evening. Got our preliminary bridge stuff done, and we also had some good chatting. And honestly, the hard part's done. The hard part of building a giant bridge is done. And, you know, thank you for everyone who came out and supported me. If you feel like subscribing, I'm going to be live streaming pretty much as often as I am able. I also am going to keep with my regular content releasing, so like my regular series like my Morrowind and the Stardew Valley and the Dark Souls and all of that. So thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you have, definitely like, comment, share with your friends, all that stuff, you know, the normal stuff that they yell at you to do. And I think tomorrow morning I'm gonna have a gap in the morning where I don't have to do anything. So tomorrow morning we might actually be streaming some Leaf Green. Thanks for an awesome stream. Thank you for showing up so much. I appreciate you. But yeah, tomorrow morning we might be doing some Pokemon Leaf Green. It'll be an early morning stream, probably around like 7:30, 8:30 in that area. But thank you so much for watching again. Have a great night, everyone. Bye-bye.